Hi there, welcome to Mental Health Monday. This is Thrive Psychology. I'm Renee, a psychologist who is doing my best to bring you science-backed practices to help you live with more resilience and meaning. Now, last week we started the Work-Life Harmony series, and today we're doing a second part to that series. So we are looking at the idea of saying no at work, and if that makes your stomach turn, you're not alone. Many of us struggle with setting boundaries professionally, not because we're weak or unmotivated, but because workplace culture and psychological wiring make it really complicated. Today, we're breaking down the psychology behind why it's difficult to say no at work and why doing so is essential to your mental health, professional growth, and overall well-being. Saying no isn't just a communication issue, it's actually a psychological one as well. So research shows from the area of organizational psychology that many employees fear being labeled as not a team player or hard to work with if they turn down tasks or if they set boundaries. So we end up internalizing this idea that overextending ourselves equals value. Now, studies show that individuals socialize to prioritize harmony and compliance, which is typically women, Black, Indigenous, people of color, and first-generation professionals who are those who are the first in their family to have like a degree, or people who are the first in their family to do a higher professionally rated job, like maybe more than their parents would be, like so a higher level professional job than their parents had. Those groups of people are often, again, socialized to prioritize harmony and compliance, and then so they often fear retaliation, social exclusion when trying to assert boundaries. Now, we know also that workplaces tend to reward hustle and always on availability. Not all workplaces, but those that do reward that kind of reinforce this idea that no is lazy or selfish. But in reality, constantly saying yes leads to resentment, burnout, and lower performance over time. That was done by a couple studies in 2014 and 16. Now, being agreeable feels safe, but long-term boundaries earn respect. Over-accommodation creates emotional leakage, decreased motivation, and subtle disengagement, what some researchers are now calling quiet burnout, which was studied during COVID in 2021. When you chronically avoid saying no, your mental health pays the price. You end up feeling emotionally exhausted, you'll have an increase in anxiety, a loss of autonomy, resentment towards coworkers or leadership, and less energy for your personal life. Now, saying no isn't selfish, it's actually honoring yourself, and it's the foundation of psychological safety and work-life integration, or work-life harmony, as I like to call it. You're not just protecting your time, you're protecting your ability to think clearly, stay emotionally regulated, work sustainably, and show up with intention. Now, I love this quote from Brené Brown. Daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others. So you can be kind, collaborative, and respected without being available 24/7. So saying no isn't the end of connection, it's often the beginning of mutual respect. So I'll show you some tips to help you put this into place on Thursday, and until then, you got this. Take care.